What's going on, everybody? Stock Jock here. Up $875 in the first hour of trading. I had a bit of a hole to climb out of to start the day. I did a little option swing trade of TLRY, and that looked really good as I went to bed last night. And then when I woke up this morning, it was like gapping down $20. So that was a little bit of a hole to climb out of. It was about a 7,000. I actually never looked, but I think it was about a 7,000, maybe $8,000 hole I had to climb out of to get green on the morning. Finished the day up $10,386, so quite the turnaround. I'm very pleased about that. At the same time, semi-pissed because it could have been a $17,000 day, $18,000 day. Whatever. You can't beat them all. You can't win them all. Whatever. I mean, it's a great day. I can't complain. Anyway, before I get into the trades, I'd like to invite you all to my free Twitch channel. 100% free. Come on in. Link for that is down below. That's where I stream every day live. You get to see all my entries. You get to see all my exits. You ask questions. Why did I take this? Why did I take that? What is trading? What do you do? How in the world are you making so much money? How long did it take? All those questions can be answered for you live on stream. That's what it's there for. It's a great learning tool for you experienced traders. It's awesome because we have a great community of actual traders that are tossing around ideas constantly, and we're trying to just build that out. It's just great. Come be a part of the crew. Link for the Twitch stream is down below, as well as our free Discord. Come hang out. All right, without further ado, let's get into the trades. All right, so this first play that I'm going to go over is on TLRY. I did make, there's the sell of those calls that I can't even remember what price I bought. I could look back yesterday, but I'm just trying to forget about it. It definitely was. Man, it could have been more than $8,000. I don't know what I was down. Looking at this, man, it could have been $10,000, $12,000. I don't know. I have to look back at what I bought that at. I can't remember, to be honest. But regardless, I did take this little Mara play here with Riot. It was a sympathy play to Riot, and I sold that later for a nice profit. I think it was about $2,000 or $3,000 win. I'm not going to go over that trade because it was a much longer hold. It was like most of the morning, but the first day trade was on TLRY here, and I mean, this is a huge gap down that TLRY had. You gotta remember, it closed at 64 yesterday, gapped up to 75 after hours, which you can kind of see here. Gapped up to 75, right? Open today, actually, no, wait. It gapped up to 77 after hours yesterday. Closed at 67, gapped up this morning to 75, and then just right before market open, just got freaking hammered, right? So I was thinking that there would be some sort of bounce today, as shorts would have covered for sure to take some profit on this thing. And it just led to more panic selling. So I was looking for some sort of reversal out of the gates to see if maybe that would get into this gap and maybe fill this somewhat, see if there's any buyers around here. It wasn't the case, but I did get a bounce. So as you can kind of see, we sold off hard, bounce, candle under candle, sell off hard with new lows, bounce, candle under candle. And this is where the candle under candle downward play started to get weak. So as you can kind of see here, we went drop, bounce, candle under candle, new low. I'll mark that here. New low, right? Bounce, candle under candle, but the low did not put a new low in here. Bounce, candle under candle, still didn't put a new low. So I was saying, all right, well, maybe the downward move was getting weak here, and I was like, okay, maybe this little pivot right here leads to a bounce, and maybe we get moving up into this gap. So when price action broke there, I went long. That was the strategy. I got in at 690. The heck? Okay, I took calls. That's why it says 6. Jeez. My mind's a little fried right now. It's been a long freaking day. My goodness. So anyway, I took calls on this. I played it via calls. And I think I remember asking myself, why am I playing with calls right now? So anyway, I took it with calls. I took 40 contracts at 697. Broke this area. Stock pops up, and it moved in this area right here, and I sold for a profit. Went in to move into that area. I sold at 752. So like a 55-cent move on 40 contracts is $2,000. Now, why did I sell at this area? and you'll see it when I run the live play, I go over it. It was the intraday 618 to the downside. So if this is a downtrend or a downward move, the 618 Fibonacci bounce level would be here, meaning it can get to there and still be bearish. It did crack this area briefly before turning back down, but you kind of see it. That level was resistance. And that's what I used to get out. I was like, all right, well, I'm going to get out here at this level and see what happens. And sure enough, it reversed and continued its complete disaster of a day today. So that was the first trade. Made a little bit of money on it. Let's roll the clip. Really looking for a reversal in this TLRY. Was this 5073?
SNDL with a flash print down to $1.
Jeez. So this 52 levels key on TLRY intraday. That's the 618 fib level for the downside move. If it clears this, you're going high day and probably into that gap. So this next trade is on Mara, and I completely screwed this up. It was a good trade. I was green on it. I just completely screwed it up. So as you can kind of see, Mara is moving up, pull back, candle over candle, moving up again, pull back, candle over candle, fail right here, pull back, and then it turned into a W. I know I just drew all over the place, but we're looking in this movement here. This is a W pattern. And I played it for that W pattern break right over here. So the W pattern, oh my gosh, trade. Let me delete. Just let me delete. Thank you. All right. So I was pissed at myself because I let this green trade, a very green trade, I went long right here. Right inside this candle, got the failed move up, retested the support, and then breaking that W, middle part of the W, should lead to a breakout. And it eventually did. It got a move up here. But I entered here at 40.64 average, so a little higher than the W. Oh no, right at, yeah, a little higher, not much. It gets the pop, and the thing about the W play is, again, you immediately want it to get back to high of the run. And it got up here real quick, kind of died, and it stopped. And that's kind of my key. I should have gotten out right then. I was nice and green. I was probably at $400 or $500, but I didn't, because I was really like, oh, I'll give it a few more seconds. Maybe we'll get up here, and then once that breaks, it gets a nice little pop to 41. Maybe that breaks, and then I'm out. Nope. Got up here, pulled back, started coming back down, and I ended up closing. Oh my gosh, did I bottom tick this? I almost bottom ticked it. Got out at 40.38, 40.40. So like a 20, 30 cent loss overall in this trade. 20 cents on the first lot, 30 cents on the second lot. So a real nice loser here. Again, it did end up going the next candle, but that's not my strategy. Kind of pissed. Let this one get away from me, but that's trading. 46.60 is going to be a little ABCD here on ARA. $80, $85. I at 64. Screw that trade up. Screw that trade up. Screw that trade up. Next trade was on Tesla. Tesla, we had a breakout right here. This play ended up being my patented hot pullback candle over candle, patent pending, which is really nothing different than some people call it a 2-bar play, 3-bar play, 1-bar play, whatever. I didn't know that when I was growing up as a trader, so I called it pop pullback candle over candle because that's what it is. So anyway, we had a breakout right here, broke high a day, explosive move. Now, a lot of traders will just jump straight in this. They see a big green girthy candle and they're like, oh, I gotta get in this. And no, you don't. You have to wait for the pullback. So anyway, you get this huge pop. You got the continuation of the pop on this candle. This candle didn't make a high of the run. The high of the run is over now. We're in pullback mode. This is a pullback candle. We're going down for the time being. My play is the next candle over candle. So as soon as one of these candles breaks the last pullback candle, the high of it, I go long. So we were inside this candle. Price is fluctuating right here. It's creeping up. As soon as it breaks this level right here, I'm long. I took it via calls because I don't have, I can't take 2,000 shares of Tesla. I can almost take 2,000 shares of Tesla, but I'm not going to take 2,000 shares of Tesla. I'd rather play options. This is one of the reasons why I learned options, and I mean basic options, just call buying basically, just so I could play these higher price stocks. So anyway, this is just pop pullback candle over candle. So when I go long right here, and I want price action to break the high of the run. This is the run that we're in. The high of it is right here. We broke that, and I take profit anywhere above that area. That's the target anyway. If it doesn't work out immediately, I'm out. But as you can see, it worked out nicely. I got in at 1598 average, whatever, 40 shares or 40 contracts, and sold at 1670 average. So real nice win there. Started bringing home some bacon on that one.
Tesla moving up.
So this next trade, you probably won't see me do often. I can't even remember the last time I played this one. This is a falling, what I thought was going to be a falling wedge. And I think it kind of turned into one. So I didn't know exactly how to draw this thing. I started using closures, and that's the only way I can make it work. The wicks really didn't work on this thing. On the downside, maybe. But this is kind of a falling wedge. And a falling wedge is actually a bullish pattern. In this case, it would have been a reversal. But I was like, can you do the wicks on the bottom side? Yeah, kind of can, but the closures of the candles work best. I was just trying to look for, again, this is TLRY, which is gapping down, which is pushing down harder. Surely the seller is exhausted. At some point, this needs to bounce. And I was just looking, okay, come on. This thing has got to just give me some sort of bounce here. And when we're coming down to the pinnacle of this thing, I'm like, all right, well, it's going candle over candle. I'm going to go long and try it, see if it works. I mean, yes, it absolutely could have just dropped even further out of this thing pretty violently. But I was like, all right, maybe it's a falling wedge. And if so, a falling wedge typically breaks to the upside. Normally if a bullish pattern like that, you're looking for it in an uptrend, like, something that's moved up, you can't see this chart down here. Something that's moved up and then like consolidating, like a bull flag or something like that, just consolidating after a bullish move, like sideways action. You get a falling wedge out of that for continuation. I don't know. I was grasping at straws. It's not the prettiest thing in the world. I'll admit that. But nonetheless, it did work out. And then out of this wedge, whatever you want to call it, falling wedge, whatever, I went long. I went long with calls. Again, I don't know why. I should have just taken stock. But I did. I took calls. I got in at around 415, 420. And I did get that move up, and it was not a violent move at all. And I was like, okay, I'm just going to take my profit when I'm in it. Held this for 2 minutes, and then I sold at 465. So that's like a 50-cent win on 20 contracts. So that's $1,000. And then I sold the last 20 at 515, which is a dollar win on 2,000 contracts. So that's another $2,000 there. So $3,000 overall. Nice trade. Oh, good night. Did I get that spready? So 1 minute candle under candle fail, 1 minute candle over candle fail. 36. Okay. Just jumped 50 cents and my calls didn't even move. It's great. Great, 43.74. You make my day. Got to 77. Okay. Selling half. Okay. MVIS ripping.
We are long 1952.
Nice, Martin is in. Of course it did. Big level. All right, take the rest off. And that's actually the last trade I'm going to go over. I did take a couple of trades after that and took this INFI. This was like a, not even, I wouldn't even call it, it's a base hit, right? It's 4,000. It was a news play. I mean, it was a quick scalp, 3 cents, 4,000 shares, $120. And the next trade was TLRY again. Made a small amount of profit on this one. Don't want to go over that one because I was watching the clip and I'm like, what was I doing? I don't even remember why I took this trade. So I'm not going to go over it. It was a small win though. And that's what brought me to 875. And you'll see that I'll run the clip at the very end of the day so you can see 875 win. But after that, it was a nice day. I mean, you can kind of see it here. I mean, tons of trades today. Here's a full screen. So, I mean, tons of, let me scroll bar over here is insane. These are just, it was a busy day. It was a busy day. I hate trading this much, but I feel like that's the way it's been as of late. So, and again, I will see you guys later. Hopefully you'll see you in Twitch chat. Let me know that you saw the YouTube video and you found us over on Twitch from the YouTube. I always love to see how people find us. Join the community. We've got about almost 2,000 subscribers on Twitch. A crap ton of followers. What do we got in followers? 8,768 followers. Jeez. So we're growing pretty good. But again, it's a great community. Come hang out. And completely free. Join us in Discord as well. All right. Take care. First hours in the bag, $875.